Thanks for joining us. All right, Andrew Jones, go ahead.
I had trouble hitting the unmute button. Hey, Power, different player now than you were, say, before you were thrust into action in the South Carolina game?
I say like the only difference is how comfortable I am. Like I feel like I was pretty comfortable in the South Carolina game, but now I've been in it, and you know, the accumulation of reps I've had from all the way through last spring to now, I'm just more comfortable knowing what I'm doing and where I'm going. Just knowing the scheme.
Do you feel more like a been there, done that dude? And then maybe before then, because you had a chance to get in there in a big game and have all those extended reps against that kind of competition?
Yeah.
And the value, at what point did you notice that value where you maybe were changing a little bit into more of an experienced guy who kind of understands the way things are out there?
When like the young guys that come in early, when the young guys come in knowing that they don't know as much as you do, and you know, coaching them up and teaching them things and your experiences and what they're going to see when they go out there, and that's when you kind of like, okay, I'm an older guy now. It's not like I'm a young guy coming in. I got to coach up the people behind me or under me to just make sure they understand and make this thing smooth.
Cool. Thank you.
Greg Barnes, go ahead.
Hey, Power. Along those lines, you came in as a very highly recruited guy. Just what's the challenge in the transition from the high school level to being able to play, you know, basically starters minutes at the end of the year?
The eye discipline and the assignment pride. I say the eye discipline and the assignment pride, knowing that you got your one job, do your 1/11th job, and try not to, you know, in high school, you could do not whatever you wanted to, but you could, you know, nobody's the same caliber athlete that you playing against like high school kids. While here, everybody's that dude where they came from. So I would say biggest adjustment is assignment pride and just eye discipline, just knowing your job and knowing what to do.
How is the linebacker position different in Coach Chiswick's scheme compared to Coach Bateman?
I wouldn't say it's that much different. Only thing I would say is it takes a lot of weight off our shoulders because we don't have to do as much. The defense is a lot simpler, just allow us to hit and run, as Coach Chiswick would say.
And are you playing at middle, or where are you playing specifically?
I'm playing middle, Mike Backer.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Over to CL Brown.
Hey, Power, what difference have you noticed, if any, from Dontavius Nash in this spring practice?
I be with D Nash all the time, so we hang out all the time. So I wouldn't say it's much a difference. That's always been D Nash. He just has the opportunity to show what he can do, and I feel like he's just showcasing that all throughout this spring practice, spring ball, just showing who he really is, who he truly is. I played against him in high school, and I knew he was a competitor. I've always known D Nash would turn out to what he's turning into, if that makes sense. So it wasn't a big surprise to me. I'm proud of him, and I'm encouraging him to just keep doing what he's doing.
And how much do you feel like your class of 21 that came in, how important do you think you guys are going to be to the success of the team this coming year?
Very important. I feel like very important. I remember we all came together in like a group chat one day when we was all deciding to come in. We was like, hey man, we got a chance to do something nobody else has done. Like all of us out of North Carolina going to UNC, University of North Carolina, like we could do something that hasn't been done in a long time. So just having that pride that we could change the culture. I feel like all of us came into this university with that mindset.
Thank you.
All right, last one for Powers will come from Ross Martin.
Hey, Power, what stands out from the defensive line? Certain players you think are doing really well that's playing in front of you. I guess you get a good glimpse of how they're playing. What stands out initially?
Javari Ritchie, because they have Javari playing almost all the positions because he's so versatile, and he's able to coach up the guys that are just now coming in, and he's only been here for a year. He's a freshman. I mean, he was a true freshman last year, so now he's being a true sophomore. Like, he took that leadership role, and I would say Javari Ritchie for sure stands out. Then Noah for sure. Noah coming in, making a bunch of plays, just wreaking havoc on the front line. KJ Hester, all those guys, Chris Collins. I feel like everybody up there is, making big noise during this spring. So, yeah, I just can't wait to play and get to the season.
With Noah and Chris, they're playing that jack position, right? Can you describe that jack position from your opinion? What it kind of, because it's a new role for us.
Yeah, so the jack position is like a skill edge. Like they get to really rush the passer. Like they get to, just be an athlete and go attack the quarterback at all times. So I think that's the best way I can say.
And what do you think about Travis Shaw?
Now that Travis, I meant to say Travis. I forgot to say Travis. I don't even know how I forgot. Like you gotta have two people on him all the time. He's too big. You can't block him with one man. He's so athletic. He could just do so much at that size. It's just like, I remember we had joked, me and my boy Dre Boykins, we had joked. We was like, man, he was walking through the locker room with it. He was like, man, you sure you don't go to Jordan? He's doing real good too.
Great.
Just got here.
Great. Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Power. Thanks so much for a couple of minutes of your time today.
Thank you. You have a good one.